Introvert or extrovert? Does personality really determine leadership success? Have you ever wondered why both Steve Jobs, a charismatic extrovert, and Gandhi, a quiet introvert, rose to become great leaders? Does success in leadership depend on personality? Or is there something deeper at play? In today's video, we'll explore who is better suited for leadership, introverts or extroverts? The answer might surprise you. Throughout history, the contrast between introverts and extroverts has provided fascinating insights into how each personality type shapes their leadership style. Introverts are often known for their deep thinking, attentive listening, and thoughtful decision-making. They don't need to stand out in a crowd but instead focus on observing, analyzing, and building meaningful connections. Extroverts, on the other hand, captivate attention with their confidence, energy, and ability to inspire. They thrive on social interaction, foster wide networks, and tend to take quick, decisive action. To better understand this, let's look at history. Mahatma Gandhi, the renowned leader of India's independence movement, exemplified introverted leadership. He didn't rely on fiery speeches or grand gestures. Instead, Gandhi led with patience, humility, and strategic thinking. His philosophy of nonviolence reflected his calm demeanor and delivered a powerful message of persistence and determination. In contrast, Winston Churchill, one of the most prominent leaders of the 20th century, embodied extroverted leadership. He was famous for his passionate speeches, which rallied the fighting spirit and patriotism of Britain during its darkest hours in World War II. Churchill's immortal words, "I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears, and sweat," became a symbol of resilience and courage. Churchill demonstrated how an extroverted leader could use communication to unite and inspire an entire nation. The difference between these two personality types goes beyond what they do. It also lies in how they approach problems and interact with their teams. Introverts tend to prioritize depth over breadth in relationships. They often build trust through their listening skills and ability to empathize. Steve Wozniak, co-founder of Apple, is another example of introverted leadership. While he wasn't the one taking center stage like Steve Jobs, his quiet innovations and dedication laid the foundation for one of the world's most successful tech companies. Extroverts, on the other hand, are the fire starters. They have the ability to connect with and energize people, creating a lively atmosphere that drives teams forward. Richard Branson, founder of the Virgin Group, exemplifies this type of leadership. With his extroverted personality, Branson consistently comes up with bold ideas that capture the attention of not only his employees but also the public. Thus, the difference between introverts and extroverts is not merely in how they express themselves but also in how they approach leadership roles. Both personality types bring unique strengths to the table, depending on how they harness their advantages and adapt to their surroundings. This diversity has led to rich and inspiring stories of leadership throughout history. So, introverts or extroverts, who has the edge in leadership? It's not a straightforward question, and researchers have some fascinating insights on the subject. Let's dive into a detailed comparison. Insights from research. Leadership styles of introverts and extroverts. When discussing the differences between introverts and extroverts in leadership, researchers have reached some thought-provoking conclusions. Introverts are often praised for their listening skills, careful thinking, and data-driven decision-making. Adam Grant, a renowned psychologist, published a study showing that introverts are particularly effective at leading proactive teams. Because they don't seek the spotlight, introverted leaders empower others, fostering creativity within their teams. On the other hand, extroverts shine with their confidence and ability to build strong connections. According to another study by Daniel Pink, extroverts are adept at establishing wide networks and inspiring others. Elon Musk is a prime example. Musk, with his boundless energy, doesn't just lead with vision but successfully sells it to the world. Imagine placing these two leadership styles in the same crisis situation. An introverted leader would likely sit down, analyze the problem from all angles, and propose a specific, well-thought-out plan. Meanwhile, an extroverted leader would stand before the team, deliver an empowering speech, and motivate everyone to act immediately. There's no definitive answer as to which is better. Each type has its strengths, depending on the situation and the team they're leading. This is why experts agree Great leadership isn't determined solely by personality but by the ability to adapt and learn. Real-life leadership stories. Introverts versus extroverts. History provides numerous examples of how both personality types have excelled in leadership roles, albeit in different ways. Take Abraham Lincoln, a quiet introvert, known for his ability to listen, empathize, and make tough decisions. Lincoln's patient and measured approach helped him lead the United States through the Civil War. On the flip side, John F. Kennedy exemplified extroverted leadership. His confidence, charisma, and ability to connect with the public were defining traits. Kennedy's famous speech, "We choose to go to the moon," not only inspired action but also ignited a sense of pride and ambition in millions of Americans, culminating in one of the greatest achievements of the 20th century. Even more compelling are stories of balance between the two styles. Think of Bill and Melinda Gates. Bill, an introvert, worked behind the scenes to develop long-term strategies, while Melinda, with her extroverted personality, took center stage to champion global initiatives for the Gates Foundation. Their partnership demonstrates that when introverts and extroverts collaborate, they can achieve extraordinary results. Overcoming limitations. The growth journey of leaders. Regardless of personality type, no leader is perfect. Both introverts and extroverts carry inherent challenges that they must recognize and overcome to grow. Introverts may be perceived as too reserved or lacking in expression, which can lead to misunderstandings about their drive or decisiveness. They may struggle in high-pressure situations requiring quick decisions or strong motivational speeches. However, the key for introverted leaders is to leverage their natural strengths while working on communication and public speaking skills. Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft, is a prime example. As an introvert, Nadella faced challenges in managing large teams and inspiring employees. Instead of trying to change his nature, he leaned into his strengths, listening, learning, and building a leadership style that helped transform Microsoft into an innovative global powerhouse. Extroverts, in contrast, might struggle with impatience or a lack of attention to detail. Their enthusiasm can sometimes lead to hasty decisions without thorough consideration. But successful extroverted leaders learn to slow down. They focus on active listening and long-term planning to complement their natural charisma. Richard Branson, founder of Virgin Group, exemplifies this balance. While his extroverted energy has been a driving force, Branson has learned to temper it by surrounding himself with experts who provide detailed insights. This combination of passion and prudence has enabled him to build a global empire while maintaining his creative spark. Final thoughts. The key to leadership success. The biggest takeaway is that no leadership style is perfect. True success doesn't depend solely on whether you are an introvert or extrovert. It lies in self-awareness and adaptability. An introvert doesn't need to become an extrovert to lead effectively, but they can improve their communication skills. Similarly, extroverts don't need to suppress their energy but can benefit from slowing down and considering long-term impacts. Harnessing natural strengths while striving to overcome personal limitations is the path to becoming a truly exceptional leader, whether introverted or extroverted. What do you think? In leadership, do you believe introverts or extroverts have the upper hand? Or perhaps success lies in blending the strengths of both? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Tell us about your experiences, inspiring leaders you admire, or even your own leadership style. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to like and share this video to spread these fascinating ideas to others.